Hello? How are you? You good? Welcome to this devlog of Freedom is Piracy. This is a pirate game, very fun.
He is friendly, Captain! He's good!
Okay, very good, very well.
Let's do that again, okay. Welcome guys, have a seat and enjoy this very first devlog of Freedom is Piracy, a pirate game, and today we have a lot of things to cover. I just wanted to tell you I'm French, in a funny way. You guessed, maybe. So enjoy. Let's have a look at what we have today. I needed to make this video long time ago, but you know how it is. I worked on a lot of things before showing this project, and finally I'm showing you this project. So, as you can see, there is a big city and it's a pirate game. So the game is about a pirate leader that is gathering all the pirates around the world in order to create a nation of pirates, a capital. They are threatened by the Marine Global Organization that is hostile, and they are hunting pirates for goods. So they decide to form an alliance, and the game starts when this city doesn't exist, and it's happening. Of course, you're not going to build a city because it's not a city builder game, it's a pirate exploration, hunting, piracy, fighting, treasure, whatever game. But along your journey, along the story, there is this city that will develop itself depending on the prosperity you bring to it, the city, yeah, to it, thanks to your piracy activity. So you need to bring a lot if you want a big city, prosperous, full of shops, full of items, very high quality, expensive. And this is how the story is happening along the journey. So in this devlog, I'm not going to talk to you about the story of the game, I'm going to talk to you about what you can see here. There are a lot of 3D, a lot of art, a lot of things happening. But first I'm going to play it, so you can see what I tried to achieve. So this is the center, the very heart of the city. I wanted to make something dynamic, living, with a lot of things happening. This girl is a test, shading test, don't mind. I love this music, it's made from a friend. I will put his channel link in the description. Very pirate vibe music, very cool.
This is good!
Alright. So, as you can see, there are a lot of things going on, and it's pretty weird to do that for a pirate game, because the image you have of a pirate game is, I don't know, exploration, small islands, not very social, interaction, no big cities, but that is why I wanted to do that. I love cities in games. I love exploring cities. I love to just look around, admire. I remember very great games about cities, especially in the Final Fantasy franchise, Final Fantasy IX. I love just going around Lindblum or Alexandria, Novigrad in The Witcher 3, the cities in Final Fantasy XIV online, or Black Desert, awesome. Also Zelda Majora's Mask, I love this city. This is some sketches from Lindblum. Very messy, I love this busy looking, like you have a lot of things to look at. Minas Tirith from Lord of the Rings, of course, awesome. This one, beautiful, I love that. This is Lindblum from Final Fantasy IX. Very cool, steampunk early steampunk vibe, awesome. And this is Mont Saint-Michel, from France, of course. Beautiful, looks like Minas Tirith, I love it. So yeah, many beautiful piece of art in the game industry about cities, and I wanted that. I wanted to make a city, and it turns out the scenario I told you before, like pirates, they want to build a city because obviously when you're making an indie game, you want to make something you like, you want to make something you appreciate. So I appreciate doing this, and I build a scenario on it. So stop talking about the game and the story, we'll have a lot of time to talk about. I'm just going to tell you how I did all of these as a noob, really. Obviously I study 3D alone by myself, watching Blender tutorials and stuff. But I was a noob, I was only doing hard surface, and I had to learn a lot doing this. So I'm going to show you the process. It took me quite some time to do that, months and months, and I really got a slow pace because, you know, when you're not sure about what you're doing, obviously. So let's have some fun and let's look at this city, but in a very early stage. Maybe this one. So this is a very early block out. So the first thing I wanted to do with this city is to put some rules in the design, because I didn't want any city. I want a specific kind of city that is vertical, that has some verticality, because I wanted to limit the player, how can I say, navigation. I didn't want the player to run or walk for too long time from a point A to a point B. So so I did this design so the player can jump from one place to another pretty quickly, and as it's vertical, it's not very spread horizontally. I'm not sure if this explanation is clear. Anyway, so that it happened like this, it started like this. First I wanted to make a castle here in the top, but that was a little bit fancy, so I gave up, obviously. Too lazy to do it. Yeah, this one, it's a level up of blocking out, so a lot of blocking out. Obviously it's a very simple process. You start with very rough big shape, and slowly you make it with more details. In the right wing I wanted to make something very urban, I don't know how to pronounce that, sorry. A very city, very anyway. And in the left wing I wanted to make something more natural, with some grass and trees and less houses. So I wanted to make districts, like in Final Fantasy IX, for example. Here is the shipyard, and here is the lower city, and here is the high city with rich people. I wanted something vertical also in a social position at first, of course, because the city evolved a lot. This one. Yeah, I started to put the terrain, and I put kind of, how can I say this in English, aqueduct, just for the water to go along, like the Roman Empire did. And I put down the castle, the sky castle, for a lighthouse, which was great, because in the scenario of the game, the city is the rally point of all pirates around the world, so you want a lighthouse to just guide pirates to just join, come, invite them to the city. And then I put some textures and some more detailed assets. It was a long road. Because it was very hard to make something look good, slowly, but as you're working with block out, it's always bad looking, so it can kind of hurt your feelings to always working with something that is not beautiful. So you need to be very patient until it starts to be decent looking. One of the challenge was to try to give something special to this city in terms of graphics, in terms of visual, like this very clean sandy wall looking, or maybe the lighthouse, and give it a blue flame because it's working with a magic crystal or whatever. You needed to put something special to the city. That's why I put also these walls, the aqueduct, all around the city, because my city was too basic, too simple. This one I really started to work more on textures and rendering. So from this point I was starting to feel happy about what I was doing. Still, this is a pretty early, long time screenshot, but that was a long road, and this road is not finished because regarding the scenario of the game, this city is not supposed to exist. So why I did that, why I spent so much time on this, and why I tried so hard for this, it was because it was my personal challenge. If I could make this part of the game, the rest of the game would be not easy, but doable. That was maybe the most challenging thing to do for the game in terms of art. I'm not talking about programming, I'm not talking about shipping the game, of course, and all the details around marketing and blah blah blah, localization. No, I was really talking about art production. So if I was able to do NPCs, a center of a city, and the city itself, because it was quite ambitious to make something like this, I was like, okay, I can do the game, let's go. So that's why I push it this far. But when you start the game, the city doesn't exist, and slowly the city is building itself. And of course, with the help of the people you can bring to the city, and the people, yeah, joining you in the journey anyway. So that was for the city. Now let's jump on modeling, because I wanted to talk about modeling, how I did the modeling. So basically, pretty interesting things to say here, because I learned a lot. I watched so many tutorials on Blender, a lot, dozens. So I got some strong basis for modeling, especially hard surface. I mean, not especially, only hard surface modeling. Not texture painting, not really modeling, maybe UV, texturing for UV, but not creating texture. Of course, I created texture in Substance Designer, but more modeling. But everything I was doing, I mean, technical skills is a thing, and mental confidence, mindset is another. And when I was doing my modeling, I was not happy about what I was doing, and I was not having fun, and I was improving slowly, and I was the progress was slow also for production, and it was not good. It was not the way to do it, and I got kind of a game changer, a new game changer attitude. I realized some stuff, and I just started to do one simple thing. I'm a slow learner, so obvious things, I take some time to realize obvious things, but anyway. But I started to make 3D models, but to put special details in it. Special detail like, for example, in the center you have this, how can I call this? I lack vocabulary in English. A stall, yeah. This stall, and this, I mean, I could have done this thing, you know? I could have done this very classic thing. Nothing bad about it, but it's simple. But when I'm doing modeling about this, I'm bored, and I'm not happy about. Whoa, that was a big one. I'm not happy about what I'm doing. I'm not proud of my work, and the thing and the fact of not being proud of your work slow you so much. Even if you have deadlines and you're pushing up and you're trying to have a tight schedule, okay, I have to deliver this and that. This is bullshit. The fastest way to go if you want productivity is to be proud of your work, because when you are proud of your work, you want to work on it. You are excited about what you're doing, and and you're making good progress. You're taking choices very quickly, and the hardest part of modeling, and art in general maybe, the hardest part of modeling is taking decision. Taking decision on how many faces, on this joint or this angle, what should I do, or maybe I should do this and that and this. And when you lack confidence on your own work, this process of taking decision can take so much, not only time, but energy. Can take so much energy that at the end of the day, this process of doing 3D modeling is so, it's not painful, but it's almost like this. It's slow, it's taking a lot of energy, and you're not happy about the work. So I decided to just relax, putting aside deadlines. And when you're modeling stupid things like a barrel, a stall, a street lamp, because it's basic objects, it's not exciting objects, make them exciting. Give a detail that will make them special, so when you model them, you will enjoy the process. Because if you don't love what you're doing, it will be so hard to do. So what I did is I gave this special attribute, characteristic to what I was modeling. And for the stall, I made this kind of boat stall. And I kind of developed my ideas along the way. I added a wheel, but you don't have wheels here. So the person is literally, literally taking these metal, how can I call that? Anyway, this, right? Can take them and just lift it and just, you know, roll. And people are see him rolling, they hating, and that's it, you know. It's getting fun, and the look is pretty in accordance to the game, so that's pretty cool. For the barrel, I instead of just putting a barrel, I put flowers. I put flowers on them, and I just put a little hole. You know, when the wine is going out, I just put a little marguerite. You know, it's stupid. It's not a crazy idea. I'm not going to revolutionize anything with that. But when I'm modeling this, I'm having more fun, and it's not tiring anymore. It's not tiring, so I can keep modeling and not stop at all. I won't be tired, and I'm super productive that way. For the street lamp, I kind of tried to make palm tree. Maybe I should have painted in green, but you have this leaf, wooden leaves shaped pole of the street lamp, and these lamps may be coconuts. It's not obvious. Maybe I will try to make them more obvious, but yeah, that's something. That's something. That's not big. That's not a huge deal, but that's something. But if you do that, it will be better. It will be a lot better to models, because doing such a scene or a game or whatever you're going to do requires a lot of assets, a lot of 3D modeling, and you cannot just say, okay, from 8 to 8, I'm going to model again. That doesn't work, because at some point, even if you can make it, you're going to be so exhausted mentally because you're not enjoying that. So that was my trick to enjoy things. For example, these things, this one, right? It's a kind of a broken mast from sunk ships, and they kind of recycled it in order to put some lamps in it. And there is a flag, and this is the flag of the city, and there is a bounty poster. How can I call this? Yeah, bounty poster. So yeah, that was the little details I tried to put in order to enjoy the journey and in order to make this modeling possible. Let's jump in the last part, because because that's it. I don't want this video too long. It's already pretty quite long. I hope you're enjoying the journey. This is a very new channel, so please subscribe. Make this channel, give this channel a fast growth, and I want you so many to join the journey to see this game developing, because it's only the beginning, and I want you to participate, to give ideas about game design, about ideas about sea creatures and see like this. I'm not a lone developer, first of all, because people are helping me, but I want this game to be kind of collaborative, and I want this game to be our game, because I really truly think that the more perspective you put, the more vision, the more eyes you put in a project, and the better it is. And my only goal is to make the game as good as possible. I don't want to shout out loud, hey, I did this game alone, I'm amazing. I don't care about that. I don't care. I'm not amazing. I'm not a fast learner. I'm not a genius. What I'm showing you, it's not bad, but it's not transcending, you know. But I want to make this game as good as possible. I want to push it very far, and we need to be many to do that. And while I'm talking about this, we are hiring. If you have 3D skills, please send me a message if you have some free time to contribute to the game, or if you have other skills as well, but you want to be helpful for this project, and you like the project, you like the pirate vibe and whatever, send me a message. I will be very happy to talk with you and see how we can collaborate, help each other for this very beautiful project. So now the last part is the NPC. The NPC you're seeing here looks like Play Mobile. How can I say? Play Mobile, yeah, mobile, anyway. I know that they don't look amazing, because that was my weakness. I'm not supposed to model characters. I'm not a character modeler. I don't sculpt. But I needed to do that because I couldn't show you this city without some life. So that is why I just kick my ass. Pretty hard to do. You need to be very flexible to kick your own ass. But I kicked my ass, and I just put apart my scare about organic modeling, because I was just modeling some chair and tables until then. And I will show you how I did that. There are a lot of room for improvements, of course, but I believe that's something, and all what you see here is made by me. It's not a character about on the marketplace or whatever, so I believe that's pretty cool. So I'm going to show you how I did that. That was a long road. Maybe it took me 2 months to make all of these NPCs. Maybe there are 50 of them, but in terms of original models, maybe it's around 20, 15, 20. Of course, I doubled this one because I wanted to try this shader things. One is lit and one is lit but cell shaded. But anyway. Alright, so how did I do the NPC? It was a huge mess. It was a huge challenge, and I didn't know how to tackle this. It was quite painful, I won't lie to you. But I did it because I found some workflow, some ideas to simplify the process, and I'm going to show this to you right now. So that was where it started, in this very big Blender file that is called NPC Parts Builder. What a name. Basically, what I did is I modeled tons of boots, right? So this one, this one, this one, maybe more classy ones, these, and then I modeled a lot of pants. I'm not going to show all of them, but you start to understand. This one, okay. And then I start to model a lot of belts, this one, or maybe the number 4, and let's put Z-1, right, like this. And then I started to model tons of jackets. Let's put that way. Anyway, you got it. And with all these parts, I was starting to assemble the parts together to create different association that will be a different NPC. So when I wanted to make an NPC, I choose the boots, I choose the belt, the pants and everything. And once I have all the low poly models, because then you need hands or gloves, whatever, it's here, right? Here. And then you need a body. No, the body is not what you need. You need a face. You need a face, and let's not judge the beauty of the face. Let's just focus on the workflow, right? And when you have all of this, you have something like this. I'm going to explain you why it's like this. But you have something like this. With this, you have everything you need to make your NPC. Why I put this way, like I separated them so they are not overlapping to each other. That was to make a beautiful bake in Substance Painter. I don't know if it's the best workflow. I'm not a Substance Painter professional or expert or good at it, but I just did that to avoid some artifacts when some meshes are overlapping to each other. Then you need the high poly of this, and then I had to sculpt some details in the clothes here. Yeah, you see these folds. For skin, I just subdivide and avoid some seam, some artifacts, but I just subdivided for the face or the hands or the legs. I didn't made a custom high poly, except for clothes where I needed to put some folds. I really made the shortest. I took the shortest path because that was not my thing, and I couldn't just make something high quality with my current level at that time. So yeah, and then when you have this, then you can export it to Substance Painter. I think I have the file here, and then you start on texturing. Again, I'm not a Substance Painter expert, so what I did is a very simple workflow where I had some smart materials, like the hair, smart skin, smart shirt, with preset already made materials, and I was just changing the color, changing some roughness value or whatever. Even for the face, I did some pre-made yellow here, blue here, and reddish tint here for the face. I export the texture, and what I was doing to get the animation done in Unreal was just assembling the low poly. And if you notice, the pose of my meshes reproduce the Unreal skeletal mesh. When you have this, you just need to put the skeletal mesh, and the finger were already aligned to the hand, the finger of the hand, the finger bones, right? So I really had a minimum work to do because I need to make a lot of them, so I wanted some simplification, obviously. This is not the way you want to do or you want to go if you're making a main character or second characters, because you want some quality, want some more attention. But me, I was not looking for that. I was looking for quantity, because when you have a city, you have a lot of NPC, and I wanted to have this living feel. So you needed a lot of different faces, different people. And then yeah, I was applying the weight and importing the skeleton to Unreal and using the mannequin animation from the character controller. Whew! And that done, I was having NPCs. That was a pretty long journey to do these NPCs. There are a lot of room for improvement, especially texturing. I'm not good at texturing, so you know, they're looking kind of you know, toys, but it's going to be improved in the future. Hello. Wait, yeah, okay. Let's let's take a break because I talk a lot. That was a lot of information. So I'm going to stop this today for this first devlog. Actually, devlog 0, kind of the foundation of the games. How can I improve what I showed you? For the level design, I really need some vertex painting and decals to add some dirtiness to the environment, because the environment is too clean. It's too yeah, it's too perfect. It's too clean. So I need to make it dirty, especially for a pirate game. NPCs, I need a lot of improvement for texture painting and maybe adding some details to the clothes. But for now, that's good enough. It's an indie game, so let's relax a little bit. And yeah. And what will be next? What is next in the?
Be you. Be proud of you.
Sorry. What we will tackle in the next devlog, the devlog number 1. So in the devlog number 1, the next video, we will talk about water shader, because the water you just saw in the project is not the water of the game, it's the default Unreal Engine shader. But we have a water shader that is under construction. Ships modeling, I can give you a little look, a quick look, but I don't want to show you too much. It will be in the decks. It will be in the next devlog. So navigation, gameplay, how to control the boat, drive the boat along the sea, the boat is floating, and all of this stuff. The pretty exciting stuff, the very beginning, the very first gameplay of the game. So I can't wait for that. And if there are specific things you want me to talk about what you saw today, let me know in the comments, and I'm going to cover this in the next devlog. So tell me like, how did you do this and that and this, and I'm going to list this and explain. Yeah, because there are so many things to cover, like the flag animation, because the flag animation is looped. It was not that easy to do in Blender. And I think that's a good outro with the music. Awesome. So, guys, thank you for watching this. I see you in the next one. This journey is going to be very exciting. There are so many awesome stuff to program, like sea monsters, pirates, gameplay like cannon, capstan, sailing, islands, so many things to look at, very cool things. Thank you again, see you, bye bye.